Today, we talk about Supreme. Now, you may have seen celebrities and the cool crowd wearing the brand, but why? What makes a brick that says Supreme on it worth 500 bucks? Why is a t-shirt with Gucci Man on it over 500 bucks? And why is this hoodie worth more than 2 months worth of groceries? Let's explore the history of this historic brand. Speaking of which, I'm not a skater, but I'm gonna try to longboard for the rest of this video. So I wanna show you all my cool tricks and stuff, but I think this is a longboard, right? So it's not meant to do tricks, so we'll just have to, skip that. So Supreme was founded by James Jebbia, who was born in the US, lived in the UK until age 19 before returning. He was fascinated by the aura of New York and clothes, and returned to learn about the retail business while working at Parachute in SoHo from future Undefeated founder Eddie Cruz. Jebbia also worked with Shawn Stussy of Stussy, the popular streetwear brand that had its come up in the 80s from the trend of surfer fashion on the West Coast. So you're seeing a pattern here of 3 main streetwear brands influencing one another around the same time. And we find ourselves now in the midst of a streetwear boom. Jebbia helped Stussy open up Stussy NYC. Stussy eventually cashed out, and Jebbia moved forward with Supreme. The first location was opened on Lafayette Street in Manhattan in 1994. He opened Supreme with a cost of $12,000. Bruh, that's only like 2 pairs of Red Octobers. It caters to skateboarding, hip-hop, punk rock, youth culture, counterculture in general. And you've got to remember, the skater scene was nothing to write home about back in the early 90s, especially in New York City. And Lafayette Street wasn't exactly a sprawling, popular center at the time. What I love about Jebbia's vision is that he opened the store with skaters in mind. He arranged the merchandise along the perimeter of the store to allow for wide open middle space for skaters to feel welcome in and skate right into. Known DJ, artist, filmmaker Vashti recalls feeling intimidated shopping there in the 90s, noting people could pick up on your scent, so to speak, and authenticity was a priority there. There was real skate kids in that store, bruh. Some people would feel so intimidated that even when they got close to the store door, they would cross to the other side of the street because of the loud banging music you could hear through the store just from outside. Can you imagine you're walking by a store, you hear Wu-Tang blasting through there and a bunch of skater kids in there? I would cross the street too, yo. The other fascinating thing was that in the early days, you couldn't even touch the merchandise. No touching! No touching! No touching! No touching! And you could expect some stares if you fussed around with the perfectly folded t-shirts. Larry Clark, the controversial director of the movie Kids, said Supreme felt like the movie come to life. Some of the actors even worked at the store during the 90s. Supreme essentially became an underground orphanage for dropouts and kids with broken homes, with Jebbia as sort of the godfather. Jebbia isn't a skater himself, but he spent his time in the store learning from the kids and their culture, being able to deliver to them what they truly wanted, and eventually being able to bring to them what they didn't know they wanted yet. That's some next level genius right there. And be honest with yourself, you're either a skater or you wish you were one at some point. Skaters are cool. The end. The key for Jebbia is having Supreme staying true to their values and core customers. Coming of age urban kids influenced by the grit and grime of 90s NYC before Mayor Giuliani cleaned up the city, and the whole basic movement, like with the whole show of Friends, dramatizing New York to be this whimsical wonderland, which there's nothing wrong with. I like that New York has cleaned up its streets so that now if I go to Supreme, I can walk in and out of the store without feeling like I'm gonna get robbed, which was apparently the case in the early days of the brand. And trust me, we all got a little bit of basic in us anyway. I myself look forward to my yearly pumpkin spice lattes every autumn. Their focus on quality in their clothing line and other products and their core values has resulted in its growth and universal adoption as cool, leading to collaborations with numerous artists, brands, fashion houses, and musicians. Jebbia doesn't like Supreme being pigeonholed as this skate-wear only brand, and instead considers the brand a brass-knuckle response to chic designer European labels. The logo is inspired by Futura heavy oblique font from Barbara Kruger's propaganda art. I think this one is my favorite. Or maybe this one. Actually, this one's pretty dope too. The logo has many variations, one of which is their famous motion logo, which was inspired by the title sequence of Goodfellas. One of their main promotional tools, on purpose or not, is the classic bumper sticker with their logo, found in bohemian neighborhoods all over the world. Greenpoint, Brooklyn, Harajuku, Tokyo, Shoreditch, London, and this place in Berlin. Not even gonna try to pronounce that. Also, the name itself, Supreme. It simply commands respect and a regal aura about it, representing the best products available, which is what Supreme specializes in. They make limited runs of all their products. Their reason being they don't want to be stuck with supply that no one else wants. But the indirect effect of this is that it results in extra hype because of the disproportionate supply and demand of these products. But what I do respect most is the fact that they don't expand for the sake of expansion's sake or for the sake of profits. They focus on good product, period. Jebbia doesn't know women's wear, so he doesn't go there. Unfortunate for women, good for the brand. Louis Vuitton, among many other major labels over the years, has had cease and desist orders against Supreme, since Supreme has been known to take influence from many other major brands in their merchandise. Which is ironic because recently Louis Vuitton and Supreme actually did an official collaboration, just showing how far Supreme has come as a respected streetwear brand. Jebbia has stated that Supreme needs to be cool to survive. So best believe if you still see it around, it's still cool. And with that, we out.